Okay, I can call the meeting to order at 4:30. Roll call.
Abendroth,
Here.
Adams, Casabah,
Here.
Crosby, she asked to be excused. Fairchild, she asked to be excused. LeBlanc, LePage,
Here.
Mandeville,
Here.
Roland, he asked to be excused as well. Thompson,
Here.
Shack,
Here.
and Valancourt.
Here.
And we have a quorum.
Thank you very much. We have a quorum. Okay, now we'll have the consent agenda, which consists of approval of absences, approval of October 27th, 2025 agenda, approval of minutes of the September 22nd, 2025 meeting, committees for which there are no reports at this time, advocacy, executive, finance, health plan, negotiating, personnel, and property.
Also move.
Public comment period.
No.
Okay. Communications, do we have anything? No. Nobody wants to talk to us. President's remarks. Brenda sent me a thing of who has done what, and we have several. Oh no, it's not. This is not the one I want to look at. Several people are behind. We haven't done our 2 hours. Let me see if I can find the right one here. Okay, so there are several of us, including myself, that have not done our 2 hours, nor done the sexual harassment.
From what I understand, if we've done sexual harassment at work, we can forward something.
Yes, that is accurate. So if you would do that, I mean, Steve's done an excellent job giving us things to do. Unfortunately, with my schedule, they have always conflict, but I will definitely get on. In fact, I have, on my agenda is to do my sexual harassment. And you sent us the last time after the last meeting the information about the one for the state. If you haven't done it through that, it takes not very amount of time, whatever. So I think that's the only communication I got. Brenda also, this was a cool thing. She sent me, I'll try to send this to you guys. Let me just, it is a spreadsheet of what has happened at the meetings and what has been transpired and what we've approved, what we have accomplished. And it's really pretty good. I'll just send that out to you tomorrow. I only got it earlier today. So send to board. Okay, so I'll do that. So you can see it's kind of interesting. She's basically got task, agenda item, strategic area, like for instance, management conference salary increase, finance, board action required, approved, and completed. So it kind of tells us what we've done. Brenda, this is really good. It didn't print the way I would like it to have, but it looks good on my computer, so I will send it to you in an email because it looked a lot better until I approved it. So I will send that to you tomorrow so you can see that. Thank you very much, Brenda, for doing that because it really was good. Okay, I think that's all I have for President's remarks. Classroom Public Library report. I think Ben sent his, right?
Yes.
Earlier.
And Ben can't be here at this meeting today.
One thing I noticed on there that I was very pleased with is what he said about the forgot something on President's report. Okay, what he said about that they were meeting with SEPTA and that they were going to, and that was to me very, very good in that I was pleased with the fact that they had, what did he say that they had that went there? I've got it here somewhere, guys, just a minute.
15 and 20 in person.
Right. So I mean, it seems to be pretty good. And he said that they will be the liaison between that, and I think that's an excellent thing that we have that's been restarted. So
And they're going to update the bylaws too.
yes, that was on his report, which I know that is. So I want to go back a minute because this is really something. This is about President's report. Anybody interested in Montreal and Quebec City trip in June? 5 days, 4 nights. It's a wonderful trip. Let me know. Okay. I'm organizing this. trying to get my bus full. Okay, anything else on Ben's? I think that was the key thing that we were all pretty, at least what I was pretty excited when I found it.
Do we need to make a plan to who's gonna go November, whatever it is, 6, to talk to the common council?
You accepted that?
Are we talking about Ben's report? Okay, so, November sixth, yes. Okay, given this, I recommend that the board reaffirm and approve the library's original 2026 budget request presented directly to the common council for consideration at the November 6th meeting. Okay, thank you very much, Sarah, for keeping that in mind. So we need to probably,
I assume he's talking about his board.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay, thank you. Okay.
really?
This is the same report he does for his board.
Okay.
Okay.
So, hey, just kidding.
Well, I'm sure he would love to have somebody from this board, but
Right.
it's really his board.
Yeah, okay, thank you, with that, it's better for clarification than nothing. Okay, and so I think we're doing that, and I do wanna, another thing, I'm back on that, I just wanna say that the people that, ended up going to the, up to, where I visit, where we went to, Upper J, it was, other than beautiful. Oh my God, it was gorgeous, and, but the thing is that my GPS sent me some crazy way. Oh my God, it was hysterical, I'm like, okay, the first, on the way up there were cars on the road. On the way back, there was one road they sent me on that, honestly, I don't think anyone was on it, and I'm like, I was the only person on it, it was pretty, but I'm like, I could go off the road here, and they won't find me.
I had that going to Keysville. I'm
But
like,
just
why am I
saying,
on every back?
I'm like, okay, I like doing that, but not when I'm alone.
Alone.
Not when I'm alone. But it was a beautiful, beautiful trip. Other than seeing the Osceola River as dry as it was beautiful. And a beautiful little library, another beautiful little library in our area. So, okay, anything else on Ben's report? Okay, we'll go on SEPTA report since we do not have one. But it looks like we're on the move ahead. Okay, director's report.
Most of what I have to say is in the written report. The Baker and Taylor story is one that is causing some major upheaval in the library world. They were one of the 2 largest book suppliers in the United States to libraries. Now all of those libraries are scrambling. The other one is Ingram. We have approached them to set up our account with them. The other is that Amazon is making a big stride forward, creating a business model for libraries that will include the discounts that we get from the main book suppliers. So anyway, that's something that we can work out. The other thing that happens with that is that Baker and Taylor owns the software that is used for our annual reports. And there has been no peeps from them yet about what they're doing with that. The state library, who has the contract with them, is looking at other vendors to see if there's someone else that can collect that data for us. But it could throw this 2026 reporting period into chaos. It could be a big issue with annual reports after the first of the year.
So you have no one that
have no answers.
No answers about something that could take the place of that.
Yeah.
Do you know why Baker and Taylor is sort of saying we went out of business?
They were in the midst of a merger, and the other party backed out.
It's Nancy.
Oh, Nancy's on, okay. Hi, Nancy.
She said the audio was bad.
So it sounds a little to me like, I mean, you know, you can comment on this or say, I don't know anything about it, but it sounds to me a little bit like they were already in financial trouble. They were looking for somebody to save them, and that person said, probably looking at their financials, no thanks, and that killed them.
It's happened with a lot of them.
You know, that's more than we know.
Well, I'm just speculating.
Yeah, it's probably a good speculation. There's not many more explanations that you could make that
Can she hear us?
would end up
She said there's
with
no,
this situation.
I will make this sort of general comment too, that what has been happening in American business over the last probably 10, maybe 15 years is huge consolidation. Now what that means is that you as a consumer have fewer choices. And I mean that you as a business consumer, you as an individual consumer, when you say something like Amazon, my hackles go up because you may find what you were getting before is no longer available because they're just monstrously big and they make decisions without really talking to their customers.
Has anyone looked to see if, I understand that they own the software that you use for your report. Has anyone looked, I mean, there's got to be a second software.
There is another competing software. It's a little smaller piece. The state library is looking into that right now. They're the ones that will have to make those decisions. Their reports.
Right,
Oh,
right.
I see what you're saying. Okay. I get that. Okay.
And then there'll be a new software for everybody to learn how to use.
Yep. Like I
And
said,
it probably won't be easy.
it has the potential to be chaotic.
Right.
So,
Just when you least need
Okay.
more chaos.
right. The other thing I draw your attention to is we've had some director turnover. The Keene one was kind of a surprise. I just got an email one day from Dree who said, I'm the new interim director. And that was the first I'd heard that there was even an intention there. Apparently Aaron's got family issues that need to be taken care of, and it's going to require him to move out of the area.
So do we have anybody that has no one there right now? Or are they just?
No.
No.
Courtney is still at Tupper, and they have started that search. So they're looking at that. I don't know what her final date is. The rumor is she's getting married and moving out of the area. So I would guess that it's not later than her wedding.
Okay.
But I don't know that
We don't know when
either.
that is. Okay.
And then finally, there's been a little shuffle. Anne from Rouse's Point took the job at Malone, and that left an opening there, and her page/assistant stepped up, and so it's someone who's familiar with the work and familiar with the community. And so it continues. We've been really fortunate with the replacement directors that have come in. They're very, very sharp and very competent.
Seems like that is a good thing.
The ILS search committee is later on the agenda.
But you've got to label who's been.
Right. And then there's the continuing education opportunities. There's still one more book club session in November. There's also one more board basics that we present also in November. If you attend both of them, you'll have more than your 2 hours.
There we go.
But you can also watch former sessions. You just have to fill out a little form and give it to Brenda that you watched it. Other than that, we have a meeting with NCLS and Nyland on Wednesday. This is something that we're going to try to do once a quarter, just to coordinate things up here in the North Country with the systems. We had one last quarter, and it was a good get to know you and share ideas. This one will be in Watertown. Then in the spring they'll come out here to our place. We'll get to host it. But it's for all of our senior staff. So we all pack up in our little car and take to Watertown.
So, the acronyms that you were using, NCLS and
NCLS is the sister system in
the western part of it,
Right.
western part of it, upper New York. Yeah, okay.
And Nyland,
She-
NNLYN, is the regional library system that represents not only the public library systems, but the school library systems and the hospitals and universities. So they're a little bit bigger.
So what I did,
And
Between the three of you guys, that really
we cover
covers just about everything. Yeah. Schools, everything, hospitals, the whole 9 yards.
Right.
Is that unusual, or is that typical of what goes on in these kinds of things?
It's more typical than we've had it. We deal with distance here.
Yes.
Which other systems don't deal with quite that same issue. But we think we can make it work on a quarterly basis. And of course, we have interactions in between too. If somebody has a question, we don't wait till the next meeting. But it also will allow us to plan better.
Got it. Thanks.
okay, any other questions for Steve? Okay, thank you, Steve. Financial reports, could we have a motion to put them on the floor, and then we'll discuss them? Okay, Ellen, second, Hope? Okay. Well, no, not yet, okay. We're under discussion, any questions for Michael? That's Michael, give us what you got to tell us, and then.
There's a few accounts that I want to talk to you about. I still have to work on a amended 2025 budget because we have not reconfigured for the funds that we received during the year. So there's a few, like the contractual agreements, it's over it's a couple $1,000s over the agreement. What that is we got our temp, and that is where the money is charged to or that's given to ETS for our temp. Those funds will be coming from the salary section to we're going to increase the contractual agreements. So there's really not a big, and that's on page 4. On page 6, there's 2 or 3 accounts I would like to talk about. Books. It shows that it's only 53%. That's not true. There is some McNaughton books that we purchased during the year, and when we first paid the account, we put it under a prepaid account because the buying of the books had not happened yet. So now that some of the books have been purchased, I have to move the money from prepaid to the expense. so that will increase. The next one, audiobooks. We thought at the beginning, we had talked to Anya, she is the purchaser of these items, and we talked in the beginning, and my mind got messed up a little bit, because I thought she said we're basically, audiobooks are not being used as much as they used to be, because, you know, you don't have the CD players and the cards and all that stuff, but we still need them. So there is money that was unspent, about $6,000 of Betty Little money that we're moving to that line item, so we can, you know, pay for the ones that we have purchased and hopefully get more before the end of the year. The next one is videos. It shows only 16% spent. We recently are going to move the money. We purchased a new subscription or streaming service. Is for comics, comics online. That is between $3,000 and $3,500. So we're going to be moving the money from videos and pay for the comics online. And then the one about the discretionary funds. That is up until I get the, until we basically get the docs, you know, the agreement all figured out, and then I asked them to do a budget. I have not received all the budgets, so that amount, when I do the amended budget, there will be really no money in the discretionary funds, because it's going to be in books, cereals, or whatever the librarians have asked their money, discretionary money, to be put in.
He's talking about correctional facilities.
Yes, I apologize, correctional facilities.
Yes.
So that is that on that. On page 9, I was asked last month to do a new report, revenue received on a monthly basis. And I broke it down between New York revenue, county contributions, and other revenue. I put what revenue was received, the received date, and the amount. So this is going to be a new continuing report that I will be doing every month for you.
Okay, can I ask a question on that page?
Yes, sir.
There are county contributions, 2 of 3. This is called CEF for a reason.
Because we probably received Franklin County, I think just this month, the 3rd quarter. They pay on a quarterly basis.
This is for September, so that'll be in your October report, is what you're
Right,
saying.
that's correct.
Okay, now, you've got Adirondack Foundation and other revenues. What's that all about? Is that a grant?
Yes, it is. It pays for our electronic magazine subscription for a year. So that money is basically spent already.
Okay.
It's gone.
How about a question on page 10? You got a big giant item for deferred revenues, like 5 from the bottom. Over $2 million late in the year for that big chunk of deferred revenue. Should
All
be
that's
sitting
in the
there.
previous page in the revenues versus expenditures. We just changed. Are you talking page 8?
No,
No, page 10.
this is a balance sheet item, okay?
Deferred revenue.
From the bottom, like up about 5.
Yeah, see, I understand how you get a big giant deferred revenue account when the state hadn't paid you. You've been paid by the state now, but that number is still gigantic.
Oh, that was done in October of this month. It was, we reconciled the account with the auditor, and it was part of the audit, and it's reconciled, so in October you'll see the changes.
So it'll go way down.
It'll go down to about is as of this time, what was not spent last year. And then we'll have, you know, what the million we received this year. It has not been expensed. 2025 expenses have not been applied to the deferred revenue. That's why the deferred revenue is over $2 million.
Okay. I'm gonna give you a pass for
this month.
Half a pat maybe, below half a pat.
Michael, Nancy's trying to get on, but she's on a different computer
Yeah,
that now has video and
I was
audio.
trying to do that.
Yeah, sorry, I know that. I was taking a moment when the voices stopped, but she says.
I will work on it after I get the report done. I apologize. So does anyone have any questions?
Yep, that was my next, Michael, too. Anyone have any other questions for Michael?
Oh, I have a quick question. I may have missed it, but have we gone anywhere with, I thought we were talking about getting van quotes a few months ago? Did we talk about that? Replacing the van and getting van quotes?
Right.
Have we done
Yes, are
anything on
working
that?
We are working on that.
I thought there was something else, something I saw that was continuing. Or maybe it was on my little thing I'm going to send you tomorrow, van quotes. Maybe it was on this thing that I saw. But it only goes to August because my printed out went there, so.
I just think that, you know, if we're gonna go ahead with that, the sooner the better with the way prices and everything are.
I totally agree. We are trying our best to work on it and get.
We will have some numbers for you next month.
Good. It's just that I think everybody's worried about what's gonna happen in the next, you know, from day to day, things change, so, you know, so it's difficult, but the sooner the better in my mind also. Okay, any other questions for Michael? All in favor of the financial report then?
Aye.
Opposed? Abstentions? Motion carries. Committee reports, we only have nominating, which we are gonna try to get Nancy on here in a minute, so we can at least meet her. You have Nancy's, Montevago's, somewhere here.
What's her email or her text number?
Let me see.
Or do you want me to send it to you, Bridget, and then?
Yeah, if you want to send it to me and then.
Bridget brought Nancy's name to us, and I've known Nancy for a while, through different things, through school and whatever. I do believe she'll be an excellent addition. And she had, what you have in your hand is her brief, which, you know, her brief resume, and then just a letter of interest, a letter expressed her interest in becoming. And, the issue being is that, Hope, are you going to continue?
No.
No, okay, we need to know that. So our point is if we look at at what is standing here, so our decision will be, if we approve sending Nancy's there, we have a 5-year, which would be replacing Nancy with Hope, or we have a vacant one.
Or the other way around.
Yeah. Nancy, Hope with Nancy.
Yeah, thank you, darling. Or then we have a 12, 20, 31, 29. So we just have to decide which position. We have a 4-year position and a 5-year position for Franklin County. And I did send out, just as an aside, I did send out some other queries about, to some other people to come on to this, and I'm still working on that. So that would be that. So we're just trying to get Nancy on here so you can at least meet her. I sent her the link this morning. The link that I sent her isn't working?
The ID is not working right, but we're gonna,
Okay, so we'll just wait.
yeah, we'll just be.
The other thing that I will bring up on nominations while we're trying to get that, because this isn't on the floor yet, so we're okay. I was looking through our bylaws, and since I'm chair of the nomination committee, on top of being president, apparently as the nomination chair, I cannot serve on the nominating committee as officers. Okay, which I kind of didn't know until I looked at the bylaws this year, so I was in error last year. So I would like someone to be in charge of getting the slate of officers for this year, since I can't really do that. Is there anyone that'd be interested? Basically, what you need to do, I think we're all eligible to run again. I have to check on Linda's. You can do it for 3 years. This is my second time, but it's only 1 year. So you're basically gonna ask the people that are already there if they wanna continue. If they don't, then you just have to simply look for other people that would replace and do the positions. So, if there's, sure, okay, so basically, and I'd like that by next meeting if you can, because basically,
December.
we don't meet in December, so I'd like to have that in the November, so we'll be ready to start with new officers, if we need new officers. So basically, Bridget, you'll just ask the ones that are on, because I'm pretty sure, Linda, I think, has only been for 2 years. I'm gonna have to check that. Can you kind of check who's been officers for what? Not now. You
Oh,
can
like
send
I'm
it-
talking.
No, you can just send it to me tomorrow, and then I'll send it on to Bridget. And then you'll just ask them first if we all agree to do it again, then that's your slate of officers, unless it comes up. Okay? Okay, so do we have Nancy on yet?
Working on it, I just sent her the link again,
Okay, we can go ahead, and does anybody wanna propose having Nancy Montevego be approved as to be sent to approve her resume and then
Also move, Mary.
first and a second. Any discussion? Like I said, Bridget knows her, I know her, I mean, I think she'll be a good person to add on here. Okay, if none, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye, opposed?
Aye.
Next month, we do have the Clinton County, I will get a hold of the Clinton County ones that still, who is up this month. This time, Connie, it's you. You're up this year, I believe, 25, yeah. 31, so I'll be in touch with you, see if you wanna continue.
Oh, okay.
Please, I'll beg. Did you say you would?
Yeah.
Okay, good, then we don't need to replace her, so we're good with that, so we actually have our Clinton. Now Essex, I was just telling, I think it was Michael, the way I got involved was my retired educators, Terry Trudeau, we had somebody that was a member of retired educators. She asked Terry Trudeau, who was our treasurer, if he knew anybody that would be interested in serving on the library board, and guess what? Here I am, 12 years later. And, so, no, I cannot quite 12, close. So I'm gonna reach out to the Essex County, zone for the retired educators, just to see if, it doesn't have to be a retired educator, just to see if anybody in that organization, because I don't have links to Essex County. I mean, I know people in Clinton, I know people in Franklin, I just don't have, it's the Essex County that I'm kind of moving, so if anyone knows anybody in Essex, please reach out. We did get one person that did come forward from from our advertisement that was in the library, so. And I don't know if I brought that with me, do you remember who it was, Brenda?
Oh, I'm so sorry, I was looking at
The one that, we got the one from the person that showed the interest from the library, from the flyer.
Oh, Craig, or Krieg.
Creed.
I think I forwarded
I
that.
don't know if he got back, you did, but I don't know if he got back to me, so I gotta check on that, okay, check with
It'd be fun to get Kristen Kimball, you know who that is?
Yep.
Yeah, would that be fun?
Is she interested?
I have no idea, I don't know her
Okay.
personally.
Okay.
Just been in the farm.
So, Creek, you said, so I'll look into that, cause I know I sent it on to him, but I don't think I got anything back from him. After you sent me that, I think I told him what he needed to do, and then I don't.
Yeah, Gail, I tried to recruit somebody that I think would be terrific. She turned me down, but I wonder if making another pass at her.
Either that or send me the information and I'll do a little, do a little bit of work on it too.
Well, I think it's just a matter of saying, you know about this outfit. Just talk to you about it, but, as your situation changed such that you would be willing to consider it.
Super. Okay, so we've approved Nancy, maybe we'll get her on here to check things out in a minute. Okay.
If we have names, so you want us to give them to you?
Yes, please. You can email them to me, and what I usually just do is I send them that your name has come forward as an interest in the library board. and that this is what you would have to do if you're interested. You know, ask me any questions you have and stuff like that. So it's just, and then if they act interested, then I tell them what they need to do, what their next step is.
Okay.
Okay. Okay, we've got unfinished business, the ILS ad hoc, which was in Steve's report.
In an update, Justin Cree has accepted the invitation to be part of this committee.
Okay.
And I'm still waiting on Nancy. I'm encouraged with this board, I think, or this committee. I think it would be a good one. But before I go forward, I want to make sure that the board is also satisfied with it.
I'd like for you to have, an alternative if Nancy says no, because I think it's, it looks like a lot of CDF people, and
We need a representative of a small library
yeah,
for their, their perspective.
yeah. So if she says no, then you've got another person in mind.
So we don't really have to make a motion on this, you just want us to tell you that.
Just tell me that you like it and we'll start organizing it.
Anyone have any?
Do we have a time frame?
I expect to have the first organizational meeting the second week in November. It won't be before that because that's this week and next week is NYLA.
Okay.
So I won't be in the office. But I don't see it, we'll have some review and informational type things for them to work on, but I don't see any real work being done till after the first of the year.
Which makes sense with this busy time of year.
Yeah.
Anything else from anybody?
My only thought on the list of people, was that it was more system heavy and not many actual libraries? Like, is that?
It's kind of sinking.
If
Just trying to get Nancy on.
No, your mind's not working.
I share that. I asked 3 of my staff to be on the committee and invited any others that wanted to volunteer. That's why it got heavy.
Gotcha.
My idea is as soon as I have a confirmed small library person, that I will kind of do that to the rest of the libraries and ask if they are interested in participating with this committee.
That's a great idea.
So it would expand it a little bit, I would hope.
Awesome.
That's a great idea. Then this is a great place to start.
Yeah, I think that's a very good place to start. Okay, if nothing else, good job. Okay, new business, the 2025-26 snow removal, which was in our attachments.
Hard to believe it's that time again.
Can I just ask, what is this removing snow from?
This is a great question.
Just to clarify,
It's clearing our
For
parking.
this parking
driveway.
lot, does it cover the Plattsburgh Public Library also, or is it just CEF?
We
Portion
have
of it.
most of the L, we don't have all of it,
Okay, thank you.
And showing the sidewalks and stuff in the front.
Okay.
and Salton.
So we don't have lawsuits.
That all seems very reasonable.
So, unless I'm looking at this wrong, you've only got 2.
Uh-huh.
And one was $9,000
Right.
and one was $4,000. Do we even have a decision?
Who did it last year?
Specialty Waterworks, we've
So
had
it's the same
them.
people we've had for years.
Yes, and they
Right,
haven't
yeah.
raised the price, and I think they're great, they're excellent. They
Do
also
our
do,
lawn mowing also.
yeah, and they do a really good job.
I agree with you, Kim. There really isn't much decision here.
I mean, there could have been if we usually went with a 9,000, or, I don't know, if someone's charging 4 and someone's charging 9.
You would have to say that this person that's doing it now for $4,000 was utterly incompetent.
Yes,
We need to go with
absolutely,
that.
absolutely,
It just is not
We're,
gonna
we're
happen.
very happy.
I feel like I paid close to 4,000 last year to get my driveway cleaned.
Is there, do we have a motion to accept the bid, the removal quote from BM Specialty Waterworks?
I will so move.
Okay, second from Connie. Any more discussion? All in favor? Opposed?
Aye.
Thank you, Mary. Okay, member library variances approval.
Okay, each year the libraries do an annual report. One of the things that they do is certify that they are in compliance with minimum standards. If they are not, then we have to do one of two things. We either have to bring them into compliance, or we have to file a variance explaining why they did not meet that standard and their plans for rectifying the situation. We had 8 libraries that did not meet the minimum standards as of the annual report. 6 of those have been brought into compliance, so there's not an issue with 6 of them. That leaves just 2.
Oh, we got her. Hi, Nancy.
Ooh. Oh, Ann will fix it for you every time. Yay, Ann.
Can you hear?
A little bit.
You could probably make it, bring the sound up.
Yeah.
We can hear you. We can hear you
Yeah,
and see how.
you adjusted.
Okay.
Remember?
Bottom of your head.
It's the top of her head, yeah.
There.
And that's,
Okay.
we love
Okay.
library.
Thank you. Hopefully you're welcome.
Nancy, we've already approved that your resume is going to go to the legislator to be approved, and we'll let you know. That shouldn't be a problem. Would you have anything you want to say to us? I'm sorry, we're out of.
That's all right.
We didn't have do we have a motion on the floor? No, okay, I can't talk other than if there's a motion on the floor. So do you have anything to say to us?
Well, yeah, just I apologize. I don't know if you can hear me. I apologize for not being able to connect right off the bat. I don't know what happened, but the Zoom is downloaded on 2 computers now, so that's good news. And I'm excited.
Yeah, oh, we're excited to have you. So it should, we've never had the legislator deny anyone, so it's like that. So we're hoping that means I'll let you know the next meeting, and maybe I'll be in Malone next time, and then maybe we won't have any issues, because I was planning on it this time, and then, oh, we see your whole face now.
Yeah. I'm not computer literate.
Yeah, so, I intended originally to be in Malone, and then I decided to come here, so we're all good, so, welcome.
Thank you.
If we talk, she'll be able to see us.
Yeah,
Yes.
if we
Yeah.
talk. Okay, very good, Nancy, thank you for coming on, we're fine, sorry it took a problem. Go ahead with the
No
variance.
problem.
Okay. So we had 2 that have not been resolved yet. One is Elizabethtown. Their shortcoming is in posting policies on their website. They have given this explanation. During the last 5 years, we have had 4 turnovers in librarians. We have had these policies, but they have been lost during these turnovers. We have had to start from scratch and will be completed by December 31st. A majority of these will be presented at our next board meeting on November 4th, 2025 for approval. The other is Sherman Free Library in Port Henry. They don't have a bathroom or a public bathroom, and haven't had ever.
Wait, do they have one for staff?
They have one in the basement that isn't very accessible.
Because I was gonna be like, no, you can't have a staff only one. Okay, never mind, sorry.
Yeah.
Sit back down.
They send people across the street to Stewart's.
Oh, dear.
Anyway, they have begun getting the information that they need. to eventually start this project. They're hoping to apply for a construction grant. So
I want to say about that library, it's one of the nicest facilities that I've ever been in. It's so really beautiful and
historic.
Because this outfit, Sherman, was in the iron ore business and they had a lot of money. And that dude just decided, I need a library here, and he built one. I guess he built it without a restroom.
Yeah.
So I mean, if there's ever one and Stewart's restrooms are just fine. I use them all the time. So I would say, let's give this variance because it makes a lot of sense because it's such a delightful little library, and I'm sure they'll do what they need to do eventually, but
Hopefully it doesn't lose its charm with an in-house bathroom.
well, I don't know where they would put it, but it really is a delight. Yeah, you've been there. It's a delightful place.
I think in both cases where they have a plan, that seems reasonable. They're not like, oh, well, we're not doing it.
Right.
I missed it. What is the plan for Sherman Free? What is their bathroom?
Their current situation is that the staff and board of Sherman Free Library are in the early planning phase of a large project to add a main level publicly ADA accessible restroom.
Now, did they apply for when we were talking about those grants that nobody?
They haven't. It's part of their plan to do that.
Yeah.
That's how they'll have to pay for most of it.
Okay.
So he says, our plan here is to hire a grant writer to apply for a New York State Library construction grant and for the director to facilitate the project. We anticipate this to be a multi-year project beginning when the right grant writer can be found. At this time, it is unknown how this project can be integrated into our building and floor plan with engineering assessments planned as part of the grant application process.
Is that ever approved, part of the planning to be paid for construction projects?
Some of it can be, yes.
Okay, and other people haven't hired grant writers, so who have they used to help with this?
I don't know who they'll use.
No, I don't.
What have other libraries used?
Yeah, there's not a
in this
grant
situation.
That can't be a reason not to put a bathroom in.
Right.
Many, it falls on the director.
Okay,
Or if there's an ambitious board member.
so can that director reach out to other directors or other ambitious board members from other libraries to help, like people who have gone through this before?
Yeah, and we remain here as a resource also.
I just think, so that one I'm like, I'm fine in theory, but not if they're like, we're waiting for a grant writer. Sorry, can't find a grant writer. Like, no.
Right.
Did you say that the project that they're looking at a bigger more than just putting in a bathroom, they want to revamp a whole?
No,
it's just the bathroom.
It's going to require some
major
work because it was not built.
Because of the historical whatever.
Yeah. And
But they already have water if they have a downstairs bathroom, so they have plumbing, they can reroute things.
Right.
So.
We'll just have to keep up on
Sorry.
that.
Come on, guys.
No, but I agree with her. I mean, other libraries have gotten this, we had this conversation a meeting or two ago about these grant funds that are out there that people aren't utilizing. Maybe somebody could reach out to them and say, look, if you don't get a grant writer in the near future, maybe we can send.
Yeah, there's like a time limit on
right,
that.
Right.
I think this is a very, very good reason to think that, SEPTA could help with something like that. I mean, you go to the SEPTA meeting and you say, this is my problem. I'm out of compliance, and then you say, okay, now guys, help me with this.
Is there a reason that this is the first time they've requested a variance, or is it just the first time they got caught and that it was reported in the annual report?
The state has been moving to more careful evaluation of compliance to the minimum standards. So in a way, yes, it's the first time they've been caught.
That building is ancient. I'm not ancient, but I mean, it's 100 years old or some crazy number like that. So it's always not had a bad.
It was built ancient, so we can call it ancient.
No, I'm sorry, my house was built in the 1870s and we have 2.5 bathrooms, so.
Bathrooms are possible.
Yeah, exactly, even in the 1870s.
It could have been
I mean, like you say, they just have let it go
Right.
for.
My opinion would be that for this year, they've been allowed to somehow, they've been legitimately reporting that they didn't have this. This is the first year the state caught it and called them on it. I would think, let's give them another, it's in the moment right now, like, there's nothing they can do right
What
this
a
second.
great
So if we
building.
deny their waiver,
Yeah.
that's just gonna have them scrambling and,
Yeah,
and, rushing to do some crappy job. So I
It's
say
bigger
give
than
them
I
a waiver.
thought, by the way.
So maybe they could fit it inside of the building, the existing building. Anyway, yeah, so let's.
But I mean, just,
You need to have a grant writer hired within the next 3 months, and if you don't, then you need to reach out to these people, that's the next step.
Right.
And so you have 6 months to have this process started.
Right.
Can we put that as part of the variance, like you have this contingent on these things happening?
I don't have anything other than what they've written. It's their request for a variance.
To us.
and we
But
approve
we
it, but then
approve
it
it,
goes
but then the
beyond
state-
us, so.
Okay.
The state receives it and they have to approve it.
And presumably, 1 year from now, we'll have to approve it again.
Yes.
So you could go back verbally at least and tell them, look, the board wants you to, get
Have
this
some
grant
movement.
writing guy
Get
going.
moving.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Well,
yeah.
and I can't believe I'm saying this, Kip, but I agree with you. That SEPTA seems like it would be a great
You're right, they would be the
resource for them.
resource.
How did everybody else do this? We have this kind of project, what are, we're trying to do the construction grant thing, how's that work? Who can walk us through it?
Right.
I think that's a good,
So
once it gets
verbally,
going.
you can
but-
just tell them what.
Yeah,
what
By
we
next year,
did.
if this isn't in process, we're not gonna approve a variance.
right,
And process doesn't mean as soon as we get a grant writer, we'll start, no.
Right.
They have to make,
You have to make significant.
Yeah.
When do grants need to be submitted by again?
grants usually have an intent to apply in late spring, April, May,
So they have time to get
and yeah.
that together.
And then the grant itself is due like in August.
So like, even if you haven't hired your grant writer, you should have the intent to apply completed this year, or in 2026.
Can you do the background work to figure out whether this is a 90% or 75% or 60%?
Yeah, David has already done those configurations, so I don't know on this particular one.
I think each library depends on their funding. If it's 50%, I think is the minimum, but can go up to
Yeah,
100% maybe, or
50%,
95.
75 or 90.
It can be 90, yeah,
Um,
it's not 100.
Almost, I think all of our libraries qualify for at least 75%. And many of them, most of the smaller ones especially, qualify at 90%.
But do you have
But
to
I
do it
don't know.
upfront and you get reimbursed, or, do you know what I mean?
No, what it's telling you is what your part of the project.
No, I know
Right.
that.
You
but
gotta
I'm
raise
saying-
the local.
You understand what my question is?
Yeah, but I don't think it is that situation, right?
Okay, good.
It is a reimbursable grant.
So that means they need to have the money up front to pay the people. It's not
Is
like
that
you're
how
pouring
it works, Michael?
Usually you get 90% when approved, or, whatever percent you're approved at, you get that 90% of the approval.
But at the beginning, or do they need, I think what we're
Yeah, I
asking
No,
think
is,
they
it
have
is
that.
they have to have
But they
that.
also have to show that they have their 10%.
Okay.
Okay,
did you-
they're
okay,
10%,
just checking.
okay, so that, I
Or
think
whatever,
that
or
answers the
25.
question, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
thank you.
They have to show, through bank
Okay,
statements.
so they only have to show the percentage that they have to put in.
Right.
Okay, gotcha.
So let's say it's a 50 grand bathroom. You gotta raise $5,000 out of the community of Fort Henry. That is not that difficult to do.
Insurmountable.
No. So, well, I think we kind of, so we're saying that we're going to accept, do we need votes on these?
Yes,
Okay.
we certify that this may be approvable.
Going on it.
And,
So I don't remember what the first one was, but I think we were fine on the first one, the bathroom one. Yeah.
So we
understood.
want to do them separately? Or do you want me to do them, do you want us to do them together?
you can do them separately.
Okay, so the first one was Elizabethtown, okay?
So their website.
Yeah, okay, so can we have a motion to accept the variance of Elizabethtown, which is downloading the policies on the website, okay? Bridget?
Second.
Hope seconds. Any more discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Abstained? Okay, motion carries. Okay, all in favor of the, excuse me, make a motion for the Sherman Free Port Henry, for their bathroom.
But can we put it?
We have there is a space included for our comments.
Okay.
Okay, so we can say, we expect them to have their grant writing by the end of the year and.
So a motion to
things like
accept the variance with the qualifications,
Or the understanding that
with the
this will
understanding that,
have been applied for and movement by the following year, whether a grant
Whether
writer
they
has
fi-
been
that
hired or
they will
not.
file the intent
Yeah.
to apply.
okay, do you get
And
to
they-
have that, Brenda?
Right, Tester?
Gotta make sure she's got all that
Yeah,
before we go any further.
Okay, the understanding file, okay, yep.
You wanna reread that to us to make sure, if you don't mind?
I just have, the Sherman, because I go back and read it, Sherman Free with the understanding, you're gonna approve the variance with the understanding that they will, file the intent to apply
Okay,
for the construction grant.
And just
2026.
the,
Okay,
the
2026.
applications for those grants don't come out until like April or May or June.
Right.
So,
they have plenty of time.
Yes.
They have plenty of time.
the intent one is, like it's due
Right.
June or
And-
whatever,
Right,
so.
right.
For the.
This
comply with
this
construction.
assumes also that the legislature is gonna fund this.
Right,
Right.
They do, it is a line item on their budget, and they've been very generous.
right.
I don't know if you should add
These
something on
points.
there, whether they hire a grant writer or not.
Whether hire a grant writer or or use resources available, sure.
I've got a suggestion. Why don't you just go back verbally and tell them, look, if you don't make any progress on this in the next year, you ain't gonna get a variance.
I think it's important that we put an expectation on it. And I think
To tell them exactly
tell
what
them
to.
that they have to apply for an intent or
Right.
Right.
file.
Regardless
They
of
have
getting a
to
grant writer or
actually
not.
do some action that shows their intent to
Right.
follow
And
through.
it can't be a verbal thing, because that's some
No,
back
no.
alley conversation, like it's gotta be
Right,
official.
so you will
Yeah.
put it in.
I'm glad I'm
your
entertaining you
comments.
tonight.
Right.
We're the,
Okay.
we're the board of the
Um,
system,
so-
we really shouldn't go.
Any more
Back
discussion?
Yeah.
I just want to say that those, when those variances get approved, the libraries get about $6,000 and we get about almost $6,000. That money is being held until the variances are approved. And we also have to do what is it called, Steve? I forgot.
It's a affirmation or something
Saying that all of them are.
that says all of our libraries are in compliance,
Okay.
with the exception of the ones that we have approved variance.
I move that we approve their variance with, and include on the application, the variance application, our comments about.
I think we already did make that motion.
Yeah, we have a motion.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
I just had her reread it.
Oh,
With the
okay.
intent. Yeah, I just had her reread it. And we have a second. So, okay, so, if no more discussion, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Abstained? Motion carries. Okay, then could I have a motion? Go ahead.
Can I add some new business?
Absolutely.
Oh, that is new
Remember,
business.
we-
I'm sorry, we did. I was going ahead. I'm sorry, Michael.
I just want to bring up something. We own 194 shares of MetLife stock. We received it back in 2004 and it was worth about $6,500. Right now, it was going for $78.87 a share, but as of the end of last year, it was 81, and that would put us over $15,000 of funds. I would like to know your thoughts about selling the stock and using maybe some of this money to help fund our band or other things that are
Needed.
that you want and need. We receive about $430 in dividends each year on a quarterly basis. So I just wanted to tell you how much revenue each year we get.
You said we started with this in 94?
04.
04, okay,
It's
so we've had it
194 shares.
21 years?
Because when MetLife went public, each of their each of their companies that they held got some stock out of this. And had split, and we did get some money, I would say 4 or 5 years ago. It had split into something else, and we sold off that stock.
Can I explain it a different way? You have different kinds of insurance companies. One kind is stockholder owned, okay? Another kind is basically owned by the policyholders. Now, the outfit that I worked for, which was, big financial institution, it was owned by the stockholders. So it's always been not-for-profit. MetLife was that way. Then MetLife went public. Once you go public, you turn into a company that has shareholders. That's how we ended up with the stock.
Right.
So is there do you feel like there's $15,000 short right now, or do you feel like for future things? Because if we don't have something we need right now,
But that's
why not let it
only,
sit
it's
there?
only grown, so it started at 6,500,
the
it's only gotten to 15,000 in
1 year.
21 years, that's not a
It's kind of
very-
just sitting there.
Yeah, that's not a
That's
great.
What is the return rate? Did you do that percentage wise?
No.
Okay, just curious.
It's very small.
Has been $89 a
Yeah,
share.
I would say it's more,
Yeah.
it's more valuable to, especially,
To take it, and
Right.
especially since we know we need the new van.
right.
And we're really
Just don't let
not,
it get sucked into
we're
something
really
else.
not in the
Earmark for the
business of owning stock. That's not
Right.
what we do. We just ended up by circumstance with this number of shares, and we just haven't done anything with it.
Yeah.
So, does anyone have, do you wanna make a motion we'll make a motion to sell it, and if that goes down, then we'll go to the next step, because that's really the way we kind of do this. Does someone have a motion that maybe we
I
should?
make a motion that we
Okay.
sell the stock and put the proceeds, do you need to know what the proceeds go to, or just put the proceeds to?
I don't know.
I'm nervous about if we don't have a plan for it, then it could disappear.
Yeah, that'd be
I
fine.
think
Do you
it
wanna
makes
put it
sense.
towards the van?
Makes
That
sense
is
to me.
something that
Yeah,
we're
sure.
in.
Makes sense to me, but.
You knew we're gonna have some cost for selling it, so, I
Right,
don't know
right,
about how much that is.
right.
But you know it's more than what our proceeds are.
Yeah.
I second the motion.
Okay, so the motion is that we sell the stock and put it towards the new van.
Yep.
Okay, second, we have a first and we have a second. Any more discussion?
I think it's a good idea.
Thank you. All in favor?
Okay.
Opposed?
Aye.
Abstained?
I just have a quick question.
Yes.
On the variance motions, I have Bridget and Hope that made the motions for Elizabethtown, and then I have Bridget for Sherman Free. I don't have a second.
No, it was, no, because we had done it previous to that.
You're combining the two?
No.
No.
Yeah, because I don't remember anybody saying it either, but I.
Okay, so let's go back.
Whatever,
Okay.
whoever, who said it?
Just put two random names.
Okay. We may have done that because I asked you to reread it. Okay, so could we have a motion for the Sherman Free Library,
I so moved.
accepting the variance that you have written down?
Right.
Okay,
And I'll second.
Bridget,
Okay.
second, Ellen, okay. And we voted, but we didn't have a
Yeah.
motion, okay, well, it passed, okay, good.
Now we're good.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I didn't write
I'm
it.
gonna see what this says about voting for the motion.
My parliamentarian from our thing was telling me, is that the right edition? Kelly, you gotta make sure you got the 15th edition or the whatever edition. I'm like, oh, come on, Carol. Okay, then, are we okay, Michael? I'm sorry I went ahead on you. Thank you for keeping me
I
on task.
appreciate it.
Okay, okay, could I have a motion to go into executive session?
Yes, I so moved.
Okay, Kip, second?
I'll second.
Okay, Hope, seconds. All in favor? Aye, okay, we're going to executive
Aye.
session. Okay. Okay. Could I have a motion to return from executive session?
Yes.
Okay, Sarah. Hope, seconds. All in favor?
Aye.
And there's no action taken in executive session. If nothing else, we are adjourned.
I have one quick question. For Nancy's term, is it the 4-year or the 5-year?
Oh,
we talked about that. Didn't actually make.
Can I ask her which one she wants and then we'll put her where, can I do that?
Sure.
Tell her there's a
Should we go
5-year or a 4-year
Yeah,
and ask
and then
her
you can
which
get
one
back to
she
me.
wants to do.
Okay.
Okay, ask Nancy. Okay. Thank you about term, okay. And please get me names of anyone else you may have, and like I said, I'll reach out to some people, and I just don't have a lot of, but then I got thinking today, I do have
Wait a
two.
minute, I think Michael,
Michael,
I think there's something you wanna add.
what?
No?
No?
Yeah,
Oh,
Okay, okay. So just get me those names for trustees, and like I said, I just got thinking today, I can reach out to, at least to my retired educators and see if there's somebody on there that they know people from Essex, because that's my thing. Okay, if there is nothing else, we are adjourned.